A fine choice, Keeper. You begin in a well-defended location, but your resources are limited. Swiftly assemble your minions and attack before the others grow too strong.
I'll keep my creatures hidden in these caves, and no one will put challenge to Belial, else doom upon them.
I am Raksha. Know that this land of fire will be mine. I'll brook no opposition.
Morgana am I, and my enemies are everywhere. I must be ready to repel them.
My brave creatures, followers of Draco, let's forward to attack!
Hello there, Dungeon Keeper 2 fans. This is Uncle Troy. Today we are playing in the realm of Sparklydell. I call this level 11A, and I think the level name is called Carnage.
Trigger Trap. Boulder Trap. Steel Door. You are not alone in your ambitions, Evil One, for you are joined by 4 unholy rivals, and all seek to rule this land, so take them on. The prize will come to you when they are gone. You have claimed a portal.
Your starting position here is very well protected, and you have all the time in the world to make your starting dungeon. And although it says resources are limited, you still have enough gold that you can create a big training room and train all your creatures up to level 4 before you go off and attack the other enemies.
I see you have discovered a magical item.
Also, there are only 3 specials in this map, and you can find them all in your own starting area by digging behind the gold. Alright, as you can see, we've trained our creatures up pretty high, and we've got our warlocks working on our spells, and we start our imps digging in as soon as we think we're ready.
Your heal spell has been upgraded.
And I'm going to admit that the first time I tried to play this level to record it for y'all, I attacked my enemies too quickly. I didn't have enough creatures. I didn't have them trained up. And I didn't have these little sentry traps set here to back me up. And the short version of the story is I died. I had a lot of high-level enemy creatures closing in on my dungeon part, so I just, went ahead and quit to start over, because I know you all don't want to see me lose. You want to see, how to play the game. So here we are playing the game.
You have taken over an enemy lair. Your lair is under attack.
Once again, I'm placing sentry traps so as to help out my creatures. And even if they can't take down the heavyweight enemies, they can keep the enemy imps off my back.
Your call to arms spell has been upgraded. A sentry trap has been created in your workshop. A creature is starving in your prison. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have taken over an enemy hatchery. Your hatchery is under attack. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
When taking on enemy gas traps or freeze traps, it's often good to use warlocks or archers, a ranged attack. That way the creatures aren't damaged by the traps they're trying to take out. Sometimes, and I don't know why, you can just drop a few creatures next to an enemy dungeon part, and have them take it out in no time flat. And other times it seems like you can drop every creature you have next to the dungeon heart and take forever to take them down. And I do not know why. I suspect it has something to do with the...
Your portals have attracted as many creatures as they can.
I suspect it has something to do with the strength of your creatures and possibly the number of creatures and rooms that the enemy still has. I think maybe those bolster the strength of his dungeon heart.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have defeated an enemy keeper.
We've defeated this keeper, yet we still have creatures coming to attack us because apparently the keeper we defeated was not the one that controlled these creatures.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. A guard post has been created in your workshop.
Okay, I know from experience that there's another enemy dungeon heart over here somewhere, and I can use the call to arms flag to lead my troops over to it. I could also possess one and then group them and lead them into battle, but once I figured out you could pick up the call to arms flag and drop it again, that seemed easier.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have taken over an enemy hatchery.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this may be the keeper who likes traps, because it looks like we've got a lot of them here.
You have taken over an enemy bridge. You have defeated an enemy keeper.
And I'd say that's the hardest one yet, but I also say that's probably going to be the hardest one there is, because we've got plenty of creatures now. We've been converting them as we go along, and I think the other enemies cannot stand against us.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. You have taken over an enemy room.
Also, at least one enemy keeper has already been taken out of play by other keepers, so it's just a matter of zipping in to take over their abandoned structures, pick up a few free rooms that way.
You have claimed a lair. You have claimed a bridge. You have claimed a training room. You have claimed a treasury. You have claimed a bridge. You have claimed a library. You have claimed a torture chamber. You have claimed a portal. You have claimed a workshop.
Isn't that so much easier than building our own structures or fighting for them tooth and nail? Yes, sir, Bob, that's easy.
You have taken over an enemy portal.
As the game progresses, the enemy keepers are more likely to use spells against you. In that case, one was zapping me with lightning. I don't think I've seen them use much besides lightning, but it can become annoying.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
I think this is a shortcut to our final keeper, and lets us bypass some of the enemies and some of their traps, but of course not all of them.
A lost soul has entered your dungeon. Oh, now it's wandered out again.
Once you've used the Side of Evil spell to locate the enemy dungeon heart, it's just a matter of using the Call to Arms spell to lead your creatures over to it. Then they'll take it out for you. You can also, as I'm doing here, use the Tremor spell and your imps to widen up the corridors and make basically extra lanes for your creatures to travel through, so they don't have to waste time knocking down doors.
You have taken over an enemy lair. You have taken over an enemy bridge. You have taken over an enemy workshop. Your lair is under attack.
And finally, we are attacking the final dungeon heart of our last enemy.
You have taken over an enemy lair. Your lair is under attack. You have defeated an enemy keeper. Well done. The contest now is won. For all your rivals are defeated, rest and celebrate.
It may be just me, but it seems like Mentor's praise does not always match up with the level you've just won. Sometimes you have a cakewalk, and he tells you, good work on a battle hard won. And other times it's like, go have a party. You deserve it. So I don't really know who wrote the script for this, but I think the Mentor recorded some lines that got applied to the wrong levels. Regardless, we have another portal gem and are one step closer to taking over the overworld.
A well-stocked graveyard can attract the undead.
Okay, that's level 11A, Sparklydell Carnage. And as you see now, the only option is to move over to level 12, regardless of, which 11A, B, or C we chose. So I kind of wonder why you bother. But regardless, that's starting out with a well-defended area with plenty of room to make your dungeon, plenty of room, or plenty of time, rather. I believe B and C put you in different sections of the exact same map. You start where other keepers started in this map. And I prefer those two levels over this one. So next time we will try 11B. And in the meantime, please continue to rate, comment, and subscribe. That will help other people find this video series. And, well, this is Uncle Troy signing off. Please have a good night.